good morning. I know that this is not how you pitch a movie. I also know that when you start doing this type of thing, that there's all sorts of Hollywood insider things that have to be overcome. You have to get producer when doing a sequel. You have to get the original. There's probably all kinds of licensing things that are involved. You have to get the original people to okay it because they have some sort of, you know, tie to it before. I I don't know much about Hollywood insiders, inside Hollywood, but I do know that I like movies. My wife and I are big movie fanatics, and if we had the ability and time, we would watch a movie every single night. So what I had done here is I developed a movie plot, and this plot is actually a sequel to the 1994 True Lies movie, and I had named it Ice Cream and Bullets. So I'm just going to give you an outline here, and if anybody thinks that they can run with this, um, you're an aspiring screenwriter. Of course, you can't. What I have learned is that you can't go to any kind of producer without a script. So you can't really, I don't think, you can't really pitch a movie without having a script in your hand. But it seems like there is a good audience for well-known aging actor movies, and I think one of the reasons for that is people my age. The movie industry seems to have changed. Um, you got Netflix and all the other people out there, making movies, and they tend to use unknowns. Not that these are not good actors, but they're not people that you are used to seeing. And so, if an aging actor making a movie about aging, and he has a particular set of skills and can still use them, then there seems like there's a place for that. So back to the uh, story here. This this movie takes place, which is right now about 30 years after the original movie. So you take their ages back then, 94 I think, and you add 30 years to that, and that's how old these people are right now. So I feel that in order for this movie to make, you know, be successful, that you really need to have the original people in it. I know one of them is dead right now. I know one of them has passed. I, and but a lot of the movie could be told in prequels and in flashbacks, and there's all kinds of CGI stuff that can be done today. Lookalikes. Anyway, back to the plot again. Omega Sector operative Harry Tasker is now retired. He's he's well known in the community, and he's trying to lead a normal life. He has opened up an ice cream parlor. Um, his wife Helen is a typical at-home grandmother the grandchildren from Dana, and um, everybody's just trying to be normal. But as things often happen, life changes when you least expect it, and in this particular case, it's happened again. So one day at closing time, just before locking the door, a street gang comes in and starts brutalizing customers and demanding cash from the register. And at some point, Harry has to step in and take care of business. Well, during that brawl, he accidentally kills one of these guys, and so they, what what's left, and can still escape out the door. They drive off in a car that he recognizes. It's a different color, but it's definitely a car that he recognizes. So, you know, some police come, and it's you know, one of the cops that shows up is actually used a little bit later in the movie. Um, and the cop promises to, bring him in for justice. Well, that doesn't happen quick enough, and because of Harry's standing in the community, this gang has found out where he lives, and they go to his residence while he's at work and break in. And Helen, they don't really know that Helen has had some martial arts training. So, another brawling happens, and she actually takes out one of them. But they escape. The kids are visiting, and they escape with the grandchildren in tow, leaving her for dead. And anyway, the next scene is at the hospital, and Harry is promising to get the kids back and take care of business. So he spends the next days or weeks or whatever in the underbelly of the big city, tracking down these people, trying to find his grandkids. So this cop is also trying to do the same thing. He wants to bring them to justice, and Harry actually saves his life, and so they get together, and they are now teaming up on this task. Let's see. Gotta have glasses. One of the I have an idea for one of the characters who is a younger, pretty girl, but she's got a easily triggered, running on the wild side personality, and so I've got a place in my head where she enters the ice cream parlor and gets behind the counter and uses a gun barrel to dip ice cream. And Gib at some other point in the movie says, "What sick bitch uses a gun barrel to eat ice cream?" I have some ideas like that. Let's see. What was that? Okay, cut. Um, Another part here is that this break-in and ultimate kidnapping was not a random act. We find out later in the movie that this gang is, the leader of this gang is actually the son of the original True Lies bad guy. So there's some history there that needs taken care of, and the crazy sister of the gang leader. Um, she's she's an integral part of this movie. I have it written here as the sister of the gang leader, at first seemingly personable, young and pretty, but with an easily triggered, dark, running on the edge, hidden personality. Well, that's about it. So we, without just continuing to ramble, and I have to admit this is probably the third time I've tried to throw this out there. Um, Let me know if there's something that you can do with it, and we'll just run from there. Hit me up on the comments. Look up my email address if you want to, and we'll chit chat a little bit about it.